I think it's a Burna Boy song in the background. 4 things that helped us find community in Sao Paulo in Brazil. Oi, gente. Hello, everyone. To the bang. How are you guys doing? How is everyone doing? Wow. It has been a year and some since I have been on here, and it's been a year. It's been a year. I mean, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was telling me how, he's been watching my old videos and really enjoyed my videos because those videos have given him like a glimpse of life here, and he's really been enjoying them. And I was like, yes, I go back and I watch my old videos and I'm like, wow, like this was nice, but I didn't I don't think I considered deeply, or I think I had no idea what it would look like going into life as a mom of 2 under 2. I had no idea. And if you're new here, I live in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and I moved here with my family, with my husband and my son, and I was heavily pregnant at the time, and we moved here over a year ago, last year May. It's been over a year, I can't believe it. We moved here over a year. The Lord asked us, God asked us to move here. And we're here as missionaries, and we're here discovering a new city and a new country and a new language. And honestly, it's been a year. God has been faithful. God has been faithful. I think there's so much that I'm going to be sharing. I hope that I can stay consistent. I look back at my old videos and I'm like, wow, you had so much time. I mean, I find it interesting how with my son, I had my mom living with me, and I also had a helper. And I still felt like I was stressed and I was tired. I had no idea what that would look like in relation to now. I gave birth to my daughter 30 months ago. She's about 13 months. And I had no idea how life would look becoming a mom of 2 under 2 without any help, with minimal support. Very, 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 very minimal support. No living support or nothing like that. Just my husband and I 99% of the time. I had no idea what that would look like. And so I hope that I can keep these videos consistent because now I have 2 toddlers, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know which is worse or which is better. Mom of 2 under 2 or mom of 2 toddlers. Because my son is almost 2.5, and my daughter, like I said, is 13 months. So yeah, I still have a lot on my plate, but I am hoping that I can keep you guys in the loop on what has been going on. Like I said, God has been so faithful, and there's so much that has happened in the last year. But I was going through my videos and I saw that there was a video that I had shot. I shot the video, I edited the video, but I never posted it because that was the week that I gave birth to my daughter. And I think after that I was so overwhelmed that I never actually posted the video. But I was watching the video and I cringed a bit because I have updated my recording equipment. You'll probably tell the difference. And I was like, oh my God, like this quality isn't great, but the information in the video is great. It's really good. And I talked about finding community. I talked about 4 things that helped us find community in the season that we were in at the time. It's just about a year ago, and I think that the points I made are still very valid, and I think they will help you. So I just wanted to do this quick intro. Welcome back to YouTube, Jemima. Thank you. I just wanted to do this quick intro, and then the video that I shot last year will run. There will be a lot of throwbacks in the next coming videos, a lot of life updates, a lot of throwbacks, and so I would say that even the videos that come after this will show a lot of that. So all right guys, I will leave you guys to ingest the information in the video. And I was so very heavily pregnant, so in case you don't recognize me, you know why. All right, have a lovely day. Ciao, ciao. Hola guys, boa tarde, good afternoon. Welcome to another video. I'll be talking about finding community in this video. I think I touched on it well briefly. I shared a few stories in my last video about finding community, but I wanted to really just share 4 things that helped us find community in Sao Paulo in Brazil. I always say Sao Paulo, Brazil, because I realized that a lot of people know about Rio and maybe Salvador, but not many people know about Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is weird because it's like, you know, the biggest commercial city. It's like the 4th biggest city in the world, and it is the biggest commercial city in Brazil. So yeah, I'm just going to dive right into it. So first of all, I'll share my experience like finding community in Brazil. Finding community in Brazil has been interesting. It's not an English speaking country, obviously, and it's not a place where, I mean, there are actually a lot of Nigerians in Brazil, but they tend to, from what I've noticed, they tend to be less integrated into society than in other countries like America, Canada, and UK. I feel like there's less integration into society, so they tend to just be on their own, and we don't believe in just sticking to our tribe, quote unquote, or, you know, our nationality if we are being sent to a country. We believe in actually exploring and actually, you know, really getting into the culture and not staying secluded and excluding ourselves and just, you know, sticking to only Nigerians or just only a Nigerian community or only Nigerian friends. We don't really believe in that. My husband and I really believe in exploring, and it's something that I believe in personally. I believe in exploring. I believe in getting to know people from all over the world, you know, and having communion and community with people from all over the world. I feel like that's you know, one of the reasons we travel, not just to be in another Nigeria, in another country. I personally don't believe in that. So finding community is not always straightforward when the dynamics are different. And like I said, the Nigerian community is very secluded, and they're not as integrated into society as other English-speaking countries. So we had to be very intentional. We had to put ourselves out there. So that's been our experience so far. The first thing that helped us find community in Brazil was, you know, prayer. I have to start there because, you know, obviously we're Christians, and my husband and I have lived a life of being aligned to God's will through prayer. So coming to Brazil, you can check out the older videos. Coming to Brazil was, you know, God asked us to come here. Because it's so funny that we always get people asking, oh, why Brazil? And I find that if we had said Canada, UK, or America, people don't ask those questions. But when they hear Brazil, they're like, oh, why Brazil? And I'm just like, hey, this is where God asked us to come. So it's a lifestyle for us. So in everything we do, we hand it over to God. God, you sent us here, so we know that you have a community for us here in Brazil, in Sao Paulo. So, you know, we prayed about it. We committed it to God. And I believe that prayer aligns you. If your heart is open, prayer aligns you to his will and it guides you. And I feel like you're more sensitive in the spirit and you begin to pick up things that you may not have picked up before. So prayer is definitely number one on my list. So prayer first, and then trust that God will lead you and direct you to the right place. Number two, put yourself out there. I shared how when Matthew and I found our church, we're very open to cell groups and small groups in our home. We're still in an Airbnb, but we're very, very open to that. We didn't mind. We spoke to the pastor about that, and afterward it was okay, let's get to know each other. We had lunch with the pastor and we got to know each other, and we opened up our home for small groups every Saturday. And through that, we've actually, met a few people, made a few friends. We've made a few friends in church as well. And the pastor and his wife have introduced us to so many people as well from church, who have been so helpful to us. So putting yourself out there and not just waiting for people to come to you, not just waiting, for people to read your mind and to know your desires. I know that our pastor keeps asking, what do you guys need? And she's been helpful in so many ways. Like I talked about in my last video, she's babysat Caleb Nazir. She's gotten the worship team leader to cook for us because he's a chef, for when baby comes. She has been extremely helpful. But if we had just gone to church and then left at the end and just disappeared, or if we had just not bothered, we didn't do that because we wanted the help. We just did that because we knew that, hey, we're here to do God's work and we're here to serve. And in opening up our home to serve as best as we can, we've met so many amazing people. I'll share the videos of going to the hospital. When I was referred to a hospital, it was a massive hospital. One of the ladies from church came to me so that she could help with translation, which was great because I would have gotten lost. I used Google Translate, but still it's not the same thing. And, she stayed with me for my whole visit, and we ended up, really bonding. We had coffee and pondification. It's a Brazilian, delicacy or dessert. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but we had that afterwards. We were taking pictures because the hospital was really nice. You'll see in the rest of the video. But I'm just sharing that to say that from putting ourselves out there, we've really received help and we've made some amazing friends and connections. Number three, should this be number 3 or number 4? I'll put it as number 4. Okay. So number 3 is receiving help. And I know that may seem strange, that, finding a community receiving, because we feel like, oh, we always just have to give and give and give. But from the examples that I've shared earlier, if I kept blowing, because I'm quite an independent person, and a lot of us are. I feel like even a lot of us from Nigeria are very self-sufficient. The system has made us that way. We're super independent, self-sufficient. We know how to help ourselves, sort out ourselves, But from receiving help, again, it has drawn us closer to people. It has brought people into our home. And receiving help comes with trust. I am not one to release things. I hold things very dear to me. And I remember Matthew was shocked. He was like, you are allowing Caleb Nazir to be watched by someone else. I can't believe it. And I said, see, in this new season, I'm releasing it all. God is the one that cares for all of us, including my children, right? I'm releasing it all. I'm not holding things. And through that, there's been, like I said, such a bond with different people. So when people offer to help, receive the help. I'm not saying be discerning and be wise, of course, but with your spiritual antenna. You started off with praying anyway, so be led by God and receive the help, and you'll be surprised at the blessings that you receive. A friend of ours has come, I think after the hospital visit, she came to the house, she cooked for us, she washed our dishes. She was just so sweet, and it was such a lovely bonding time. I don't know if she's gonna watch this video. She's currently in the UK. I miss you, girl. But she's there on holiday. She'll be back soon. But just in saying, okay, when people say, do you need this or do you need that, and trusting that God will sort it out has really helped us bond with people, because communities, it's not to be what's the word, surface. I think I've done a lot of surface communities where I'm not even really close to the people in the communities. We don't really do life together. It's almost for social media. But like, if you really want to bond, when people offer to come to your house to help with stuff, when people offer to be there for you, receive the help, and allow them be there for you, and that will really, really create like strong, and it'll give you the opportunity also to meet other people through that as well. And so wrapping this up, number 4, join an online community. Facebook is actually really, really good for this. I'm not on Facebook, but my husband is actually part of a few Facebook groups with international people that have moved to Brazil, expats, all of that. And he has actually, like I said, I'm not on Facebook at all, so I'm not on these communities, but I've seen how you can receive help from these communities. I know that when we were looking for a babysitter for Caleb Nazir, he put it out on the Facebook community, and there were some good offers. We didn't end up getting somebody from there, but I ended up chatting and interviewing some, and there were like some really good connections that we made that in the future we may use. So it doesn't have to be Facebook, but Facebook is actually great for online communities. Join a Facebook or join an online community, but do your research and find communities. I found some communities, but some are in Rio that I'd like to be part of. And I personally don't think it has to be Christian communities, especially when it comes to maybe like education. I know some people that would like to homeschool their kids. They are checking out for social activities for their kids and stuff like that. And it doesn't all have to be Christian. Just make sure that, the values are right, of course, and they're not teaching or they're not encouraging anything that you wouldn't want your child to go into. But yes, those are the 4 things that I would say if you're moving to a new city, country, that you should definitely invest in when looking to build a new community. First of all, pray, hand it over to God, be led by God, put yourself out there, immerse yourself in the process, receive help when it's offered with wisdom, join an online community. So the rest of this video, I think I mentioned this in the last video, Sao Paulo winter is very sporadic. So there's a lot of hot and cold, so we didn't really have like the warmest of clothes. It got really cold and I needed to get sweaters and shop for some warm things for myself. So we went to Shopping Republica, and then I'll share some clips from my hospital. It's really the hospital that I was referred to. I think I'll talk about the Sao Paulo or the Brazilian healthcare system here. It's actually amazing. I have to give it to them. It's amazing. But if you guys want me to talk about that, if you guys want me to talk about healthcare in Sao Paulo, especially for pregnant women, let me know, and I think I'll talk about that as well. So all right guys, let me not talk too much. I don't want this to go on too long. I just wanted to give my usual preamble and encouragement to someone before we go into the video. All right, enjoy the video guys. Ciao ciao.
Beautiful Savior, I can see you died on the cross for me. Beautiful Savior, I can see.
How much is that?
I like it, but I want the big size.
There's another sweater over there that I saw.
This is XG.
Okay.
So I think that was G. This is GG. The UG is like the extra large.
Okay.
So I think okay. Bobo?
Queremos ver? Bien. Queremos ver? Wow. Yes.
So I can literally hear a Burna Boy. I think it's a Burna Boy song in the background. I mean, I didn't expect that. Especially because it's not an English-speaking country. Niger to the world, eh?